Thank you for being here today, with all my heart. You know, when I turned 70, I used to think that old age would come like a quiet breeze, taking with it my health, my joy, and even the dreams I once held as a young person. But then I discovered something truly beautiful. Aging is not the end. It's a new chapter. A chapter that, if we are patient enough, kind enough to ourselves, and mindful in each moment, can offer us unexpected wonders. In life, there are people aged 65 to 90 who still accomplish things many believe are only for the young. They aren't superheroes. They are ordinary people, just like you and me. But within them lies a quiet strength, a determination to keep going, and a belief that each day we wake up is a gift. Let me tell you a few small stories. I have a friend on social media who is 93 years old. She still drives, cooks her own meals, and solves crossword puzzles every day. She once told me, "I live alone, but I've never felt lonely because I'm always grateful for every breath I can still take." And then there's another friend, 89 years old, who climbs the stairs to her bedroom every single day because she says, "If I stop climbing, I'll forget how to rise." I know, sometimes we feel tired. There are mornings when our bones feel rusty, when even getting out of bed requires courage. There are days when a simple greeting from someone is enough to bring tears to our eyes. Because we don't just grow old in our bodies, we grow old in the spaces between connections, in the fading of old dreams. But even on those days, I remind myself of the one thing that matters most. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still me, even with silver hair, dimmer eyes, and slower steps. Old age is often mistaken for weakness and limitation. But in truth, it can be a time of great depth, peace, and even strength, if we choose to live with a positive heart. And if you are between 65 and 90, and you still find yourself able to do some of the things I'm about to mention, then congratulations. You are a rare gem in this life. Because these small actions are not just random, they are signs of a healthy body, a sharp mind, and a heart that is still very much alive. You are not just living long, you are living well. On the morning I turned 75, as the first light of the day slipped through the curtains, something simple became unforgettable. I stood up from my armchair without needing to use my hands. It was such a gentle, natural motion, but it stirred something deep inside me. For a brief moment, I paused and whispered to myself, "I can still do this." How about you? When was the last time you stood up from a chair without using your hands? Did it surprise you? Did it make you feel proud? Over the years, I began to notice changes in my body. What once came instinctively now felt like a gift. The ability to stand without support meant my legs were still strong, my core still engaged, and most importantly, it meant I was still independent. No fear of falling, no need for help. That freedom, that subtle sense of control, was deeply valuable. It wasn't always that easy. There were times when I struggled, especially when the sofa was too low. So I started doing gentle exercises each morning. Just a few slow sit-to-stand movements helped me regain my strength. No pressure, no expectation. Just a quiet way to say thank you to my legs, which have carried me through so much. You can try it too. Choose a chair of comfortable height, plant your feet firmly on the ground, keep your back straight, and slowly rise without using your hands. If it feels hard at first, don't worry. Each time you try, your body remembers. Some people ask me, how can you stand up without your hands? The secret is simple. Build a small, daily routine. Every morning, I use a sturdy chair and practice proper posture. Straight back, weight on my feet. Just 5 minutes a day makes a big difference. One morning in March, after weeks of practice, I stood up firmly and steadily. No wobbling, no support needed. I looked in the mirror and smiled, thinking, these legs don't just carry my body, they carry my dignity. So tomorrow morning, if you stand up without holding on to anything, take a moment to look in the mirror and smile. That little moment, quiet and personal, is a powerful reminder that your body is still worthy, still full of life. Then I started noticing my walking pace, not when I was in a hurry, but during peaceful strolls, walking the dog, passing over the old stone paths in the park, listening to morning birds. I realized my breathing was calm and my steps were light. That comforted me. It meant my heart was still strong and my lungs were still doing their job. Have you noticed your own walking lately? Do you still feel confident walking up a gentle slope or circling the house without needing to sit down? Walking speed is a great measure of inner health. Geriatric doctors say that if you can walk steadily without gasping for air, it's a strong sign your circulatory and respiratory systems are doing well. I began a daily walking habit. Nothing intense, just 15 or 20 minutes around the garden. I listened to the rhythm of my steps, felt the earth beneath my feet, and sensed my body quietly recharging. On sunny days, I'd go even farther into the nearby park. After each walk, not only did I feel lighter physically, I also felt a strange peace in my heart. If you're not used to walking, start slow. A few minutes in the yard or pacing in the kitchen while waiting for the kettle to boil. Little by little, your body will become more flexible, more grounded. I always think, every step an older person takes is not just movement, it's a soft declaration. I'm still alive, and I still carry life inside me. Would you like to try those steps this afternoon? And then there's another quiet but vital sign: balance. One day, while brushing my teeth, I decided to lift one foot. Just for a few seconds. I quickly lost my balance and had to lean on the wall. It surprised me. Something so simple, yet it showed how much slower my reactions had become. Balance involves your nerves, muscles, and spatial awareness. Especially as we grow older, it's one of the most important skills to prevent falls, which can be very dangerous. So I started practicing balance again. Every morning, while brushing my teeth, I'd stand on one leg and count from 1 to 10. At first, I could barely reach 4 seconds without swaying, but I kept going. Every day. After a month, I could stand for nearly 15 seconds without shaking. You can try it now if you'd like. Stand tall, eyes looking ahead, lift one leg gently, and hold. Even just a few seconds helps, and if you do it daily, you'll see improvement. It's not just physical. It's a quiet confidence that says, I am grounded. I am steady. Balance means independence. It means walking without fear, living alone without worry. That kind of freedom is quiet, but precious. Have you tried standing on one leg today? Then one day I realized something very simple, but very profound. The ability to sit on the floor and get back up without help. It may sound easy, but for many older people, it's not. Your knees, hips, lower back, all have to work together in harmony. I remember the first time after 70 that I tried to sit on the floor to play with my grandson, but when it was time to get up, I struggled. I had to hold the table, push myself up. It felt frustrating. That day, I realized I had let go of a part of my physical freedom. From that moment, I made a quiet decision. Every evening, I rolled out a small mat in the living room and practiced sitting down, slowly, carefully, and getting up. At first, I needed support, but after a week, I could rise using only the strength of my legs and core. Each successful attempt gave me back a bit of my confidence. You can try this too if you feel ready. Find a safe space near a wall or chair. Sit down gently, keep your back straight, and use your legs evenly to stand. Don't strain your knees. Being able to do this not only helps flexibility, it strengthens your sense of safety, no longer afraid of falling, no longer helpless if you drop something. One day my grandson asked me to play Lego. I sat on the floor beside him, no help, no hands. He looked up at me with sparkling eyes and said, "Grandpa, you're amazing." I laughed, but deep inside I felt touched. Because in that moment, I reclaimed a piece of who I was, as a grandfather in the truest sense. Do you remember the last time you sat on the floor to play or rest? Maybe today could be the day to try again, with yourself or with someone you love. We've now explored the first 4 signs of a healthy aging body and spirit. They may seem small, but they are stepping stones to a fuller, more meaningful life. So, how do you feel? Do you recognize these signs in yourself? Or perhaps you have a story to share, moments or feelings you've experienced? Please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you and connect as we walk this journey of strength and joy together. Now let's continue with 4 more signs. These may be quieter, but they speak volumes about the quality of your life. They don't just help you live longer, they help you live better. The 5th sign: you can carry a full grocery bag without feeling exhausted or needing help. Sounds simple, but it's a big deal for those whose arms, shoulders, or back have weakened. I used to feel breathless carrying just a few items, but I started training with small movements, squeezing a soft ball, lifting light water bottles, moving my shoulders gently. Progress didn't come overnight, but after a few weeks, I could carry vegetables, fruit, and milk without strain. That feeling, bringing things home with my own hands, made me feel capable again. If you can carry a bag today without shoulder or back pain, that is a major sign. Your essential muscle groups are still strong. The sixth sign: you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping to rest. Many seniors fear stairs. Just a few steps can cause dizziness, fast heartbeat, trembling. But if you can go up one floor without clinging to the railing or feeling exhausted, that means your heart, lungs, and legs are still working in harmony. I practiced by avoiding the elevator, choosing stairs instead. One floor a day, slowly, steadily. Stairs became my free gym. What about you? Is there a staircase near you, at home or in a park, where you can test your legs again? The seventh sign: your memory is still sharp. Do you remember what you ate yesterday? Can you recall a recent conversation in detail? If yes, congratulations. Your brain is still performing well. I keep my mind sharp by doing Sudoku, reading, and writing in a journal. Every word, every page is like a workout for my brain. It feels wonderful to tell old stories to my grandkids without struggling for words. And if you find yourself forgetting things, don't worry. The brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The eighth sign: a deep, restful sleep, uninterrupted through the night. I've had phases of restless nights, tossing and turning. But after adjusting my diet, reducing screen time, and listening to soft music before bed, I sleep better now. Waking up refreshed, with a clear mind and light body, is one of the greatest gifts in old age. If you've been sleeping deeply, with little dreaming, and waking up calm, cherish it. Your body is healing itself, silently and effectively. We've reached the heart of this journey. Not just a checklist of health, but a gentle reminder to appreciate every little thing our bodies can still do. And perhaps you've realized you're still doing many of these things, or maybe just a few. Either way, that's beautiful. And if you're not doing many yet, that's okay too. Everyone has a unique journey. Every body has its own rhythm for listening and healing. I've always believed that aging isn't an ending, but a new chapter. One that's softer, deeper, and full of potential. No need to rush, no need to compare. Just love yourself enough, be patient, and begin with something small. Remember, if you can still stand up on your own, walk a few circles, climb some stairs, balance for a few seconds, carry a bag, recall a memory, or sleep through the night, then you are not just aging, you are thriving. You are living with grace, strength, and gratitude. And if today you feel like you're not quite there, let this be a gentle reminder. You can start again. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, your body is still listening. It's still willing to change if you treat it with kindness and love. I hope these words aren't just a story, but a companion. A way for us, those walking a little slower through life, to walk together, steadily, healthily, and meaningfully. If these words resonated with you, if they brought you a smile or made you pause and reflect, then thank you for being here, for listening, for believing that aging can be a time worth living. And if someday you feel tired, come back to this video, or these words. I'll still be here, like an old friend sitting across from you, telling stories slowly and listening. Because this journey, we're not walking it alone. We're walking it together. Now, I'd like to invite you to do something small but powerful. Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. How many of these 8 signs do you recognize in yourself? Which one makes you feel the most proud? Which one would you like to work on? Leave a note. Not just for me, but for others reading. You never know. Your story might bring someone else hope, motivation, or simply a moment of connection. And if this video brought you a sense of peace, hope, or understanding, don't hesitate to click like, share it with friends or loved ones, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next steps we'll take together. Old age doesn't have to be lonely. It can be a time of blooming in a way that is soft, beautiful, and uniquely you.